Hello and welcome to the second episode of the weekly Flashbang Report. I'm your host, Robert Munday, and today we're going to be having a look at the International Esports Federation Grand Final, which was played over the weekend, which saw two teams go head-to-head for the chance to represent Australia in Taiwan in early November. Moving on to the ESEA MDL playoffs, which have come to a close in the Australian region. We're going to have a look a little bit closer at the winners of that matchup. Then, of course, at the end, we do have the Melbourne Esports Open announcement, which was made early on this week, which includes a CSGO tournament coming straight to the doorstep of Melbourne. That's right. It's all very exciting, but without any further wait, let's get straight on into it, guys. Over the weekend, we were able to see two teams battle it out at Animega in Melbourne to see who would represent Australia as we head to the International Esports Federation's 10th World Championship that's going to be played in Taiwan in early November. Those teams being Rise and Grind and Chiefs. Fortunately, in the best of three series, it only required two maps to show who would be the true victor. Rise and Grind were stepping into this match knowing that they were down, and they were the underdogs without a doubt. They were having Hazard step in as Void left earlier in the week, so there wasn't too much to expect from those guys, but the Chiefs put on an absolute performance. They went 16-5 on the first map and backed it up 16-1 on the second. A total round loss of only 6 in the series, which is just absurd. But nevertheless, this knockout performance starts possibly what will be this roster settling down now. With the addition of Dizzy Life coming in mid-May, they are starting to look like that formidable force that we saw at IEM Sydney in 2017. So who knows what they will bring. So make sure you keep your eyes on the Chiefs heading into the future. So having a look at the ESEA MDL playoffs, which are now at a close. Unfortunately, this time around, there is no global challenge, so there wasn't that international fight for that last match. However, the prize pool has been increased, so still as much on the line as ever, but this was to be an absolute banger of a matchup. Greyhound taking on Order. You couldn't have asked for a better grand final, to be honest. It was Order who would start out 16-6 on the first map, and coming into it being undefeated the entire season, it just looked as though Order were going to go undefeated flawlessly, even through the playoffs to beat Greyhound. But no, it would be Greyhound who bounced back on that second map, and after a handful of clutches in the last couple of rounds, of course, we were pushed to a second round of OT to decide it. And, well, of course, we were pushed to map number 3. Greyhound would win that second map. And on the back of that, a little bit more confidence starting to gain for the Greyhound boys as they went into Mirage. And, well, the last map delivered, and so too did the second, but I mean, there's no other way to finish it. 2 rounds of OT to decide it as Greyhound came out on top and are your ESEA MDL Season 28 champions. So with that, of course, we do look to Season 29 and what that will bring. And last but very not least, guys, we have, of course, the announcement from Melbourne Esports Open, in which highlights a CSGO tournament coming right to the front doorstep of Victoria. An exciting time for us here in Melbourne, of course, with the BenQ Zoe Extremesland ANZ qualifiers going to be held at MEO on Saturday, the 1st of September. So if you're a fan of the scene, if you're a fan of the region, guys, make sure you come down, you get your tickets, you support it, of course, because it's sure to be a cracker. But until next week, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I have been your host, Robert Munday. Enjoy the rest of your week.